And welcome back to Bromandy, everybody. Chris is here today, once again, with my friend
Toon Shiba.
And today, once again, we're bringing you another anime review. An anime from the summer of 2007 with 16 episodes by Studio Brains Base, Baccano.
Exclamation point.
With an exclamation point. We have to have that on the end, otherwise you're wrong. You're just dead wrong. Get out. Anyway, like we said, this is a show that was done by Studio Brains Base, who has done shows such as Blood Lad, my teen romantic comedy Snafu, and Durarara, also with exclamation points if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about our main character. Are you ready?
Which one was that again?
There's like a million. Actually, this show does not have a main character, which is one of the most neat points about this show.
I guarantee you will never watch a show like Baccano.
With a more motley cast of characters, not a story solely based around a single one of them, and with a better, not with a better story, I guess that's how you would grammatically put it, than this show. So we're going to do this in little pieces. We're going to talk about a few at a time. And also I'm going to preface the first episode, one of the best opening episodes in anime in my opinion, because you are led into these two characters talking about this cast of characters and be like, have you figured out who the lead of the story is? They literally lead you into the show asking you if you know who it could be.
Right. This has more timeline jumps than Steins Gate. Alright.
Literally.
It is everywhere.
And you get
everywhere.
Pieces. Well, here's the great thing about this show too, is you don't have to follow the timeline. Everything is explained in order. You get everything in a certain order, and everything kind of explains itself to you, as well as like at the beginning of each episode, it kind of keeps you up to date. So you're never lost or in the dark. It's very easy to follow. It's a very good story. But let's talk about the characters. First off, Isaac and Miriam, probably the two favorite characters of most people who watch this show. Your comedy tag team duo, with J. Michael Tatum leading the call. But these two are literally for comic relief.
Yeah, interesting note there. Isaac Sinclair is not Isaac.
Ian
Sinclair is not Isaac. And Isaac is basically a space dandy clone.
Yeah, he sounds like a... I
mean, his character just screams space dandy.
Yeah, if we're being honest, we get Tatum and Sinclair confused all the time. All the time. But even like Miriam, I thought she was Millie from Trigun. She's not. It's Caitlin Glass, which I did not know, which was in Oron, in case anybody didn't know. But they both did a really good job with that. Anyway, we're not talking about Dubcast right now. We'll get to the Dubcast here in a little bit. But like I said, these comedy relief characters, they are impeccably hilarious.
They run around and get involved in every single thing, causing trouble, and just having a good time. Probably
one of the best scripts. I wish it was improvised. It is so funny. These are literally in all the seriousness of the show, they're still goofing around, doing all kinds of hilarious things. I love these two characters. Probably one of my favorite comedy tandems in anime. But we're going to move on to the next characters, Jacuzzi, Splot, and Team.
Jacuzzi, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Did you say he's a niece guy?
I knew that would get you.
For those of you who don't know, niece is the girl he's in love with.
Spelled nice.
Yes, spelled like nice. Anyway.
And he is a really just good-natured, good-hearted character, and he's one of the sweetest guys. Like, everything he does is caring and compassionate towards everyone. He knows everybody in his crew. He knows, he can just listen to their voices.
For example, he cowered in front of a bunch of mobsters, letting them kick the shit out of him, and he's like, "You're going to regret it. Please don't stop." And he's like, "Because you're going to get killed if you keep kicking me." And his friends killed him.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence to see him without tears in his eyes.
And then, like, over the course of the show, of course, he grows into a man for his niece, his woman, and his crew, and helps solve a lot of the problems going on in the show. And by the way, he is not voiced by Greg Aries. I apologize. I could have swore it was him. But once again, we're not talking about the Dubcast yet. And moving on to the next set of characters, we got Firo and Maiza. Both of them being mobsters.
They're mobsters. Maiza takes more of the teaching role, and Firo is the up-and-coming young capo. And they just kind of go around and...
Of course, they work for one of the more mellow mob families, because there are the Gandors, as well as the Martellos, and whatnot. So, but Firo's kind of considered one of the main protagonists of the show, being the all-around good guy, looking for the best way to compromise things. And he also gets the only love interest in Ennis, voiced by Brenna Palencia, who I will get to later in the dubcast, as we have already said many times.
And he also makes the fedora look good.
Dude, he does. He has a nice hat. He really gets that green going. Todd Habercorn. Dubcast! Getting there. In case you don't know, we'll get there. Next character. We have Lad Russo, who is one hard ass.
He's crazy, man.
Have you ever met somebody who just likes killing people for fun? Who his life's purpose is, I'm going to kill humanity. They all deserve to die by my hand because I am a badass.
But more importantly than that, he doesn't want you to cower in fear. He wants you to think that everything's alright. He wants you to be so damn sure of yourself that you're going to walk out of this room before he blows your head off and laughs at you. It's like, nope, that's what I was going for. That's my kink.
It is. Like, for real. You didn't know a few boxers' names. I'm going to kick the shit out of you for not knowing the boxers' names. Well, what a cool freaking guy. One of the coolest characters in this show. Moving on, we also have Zillard Quates, the quote-unquote antagonist of the show.
He's mean.
He's mean!
I mean, he really is.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. When you have literally everything you want in life, but you're like, nah, I'm just going to fuck people over.
Yeah, presenting the episode... Well, this show deals a lot with immortals, by the way. The grand panacea was given to these individuals of this show who are immortal. Some not aware of it, in the case of Isaac and Miriam. And then some that are very aware. And most of them want to preserve this, keep it for themselves, and eventually one day go out by their own hand. Whereas Zillard is like, I want to learn the panacea again and give it away to people. And let everybody know about it, which makes him the antagonist somewhat. He wants to sell it and just overall a general asshole.
Kind of plotting the whole New World Order deal.
Newer. We have, alright, moving on. We're going to go ahead to the next characters. We have the LaFerrays, Huey, who sits in a jail cell and doesn't do shit. And his daughter, Chane, who doesn't have much to say.
No, she doesn't have much to say at all, but I like her.
Do you?
She's very active.
She's an assassin, but she can't speak. So she's really interesting. She's kind of one of the followers. Huey LaFerray has a bunch of followers that are on this train, the Flying Pussyfoot, who are killing for him so they can learn how to be an immortal. And Chane just happens to be one of them because she cares about her dad. She's also a very cool character. Like, I can't go too deep into these characters because it's all story-based.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of characters and a really cool story, and you like them all. They're just really awesome. And you can't really go too deep because that's really all they are, is a surface character inside of a great story. What's the little kid's name? Cecil?
Czeslaw Mayer.
That's his real name. Or is it Cecil Meyer or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like two names because he can't use his fake name in front of the Immortals.
Yeah, Chez is one of my favorite characters. He's immortal, as you heard, and he's also like 10, so he's never getting old or anything. And he's pretty much always at the whim of somebody else.
He's a cunning bastard. He's 10 years old, and he's like, man, I'm trying to sell stuff to the mafia family. Like, you're 10.
He has to be devious because that's the only way he's going to escape without being harmed or injured or anyway.
He can't really accomplish anything without the help of others, which makes him kind of an interesting character, of course. But okay, we have the Genowards. Dude, you like Eve Genoward, right?
No.
Do you not?
I wish she was more like Chane.
You wish she didn't speak at all.
I wish she didn't speak at all.
Well, she the entire show is pretty much longing for her lost brother, who
Dallas
is very well made aware that he is a total dickbag.
He's a piece of shit. Yeah, he should go die.
Yeah, she's like, oh, let's go find Dallas. Dude, no, they hate him so bad, they locked him at the bottom of a lake in like a barrel.
They gave him concrete shoes.
Yeah. He's an traditional immortal. Yeah, of course, he's an immortal too, so he just wakes up, drowns, and he just repeats that, which is... You find that early on.
Yeah. My only solace is that he's going to die one day.
Yeah, one day he's going to be gone.
Like, maybe at the very end with Isaac and Miria, he's dead by then.
So the day we come up with a top 10 list for top 10 dicks, he should be there. Definitely. Alright, we're going to stop talking about this giant cast of characters and talk about the animation, sound, and stuff before we get into the actual story. The animation, I always like to say, of course, is done by Brains Base. But this is interesting because I don't think it's really like their other works. This has an extreme 90s feel to it. It feels like it could go along with the works of like Bebop and Trigun, which you're like, well, that's not animation quality. I'm like, you know what? It just feels old. In a show that has an older era, and something about that setting with that animation is just comforting. I really enjoy it, and I can't really complain about it because there's nothing bad with it. It just kind of looks dated. And so, I mean, that would be like somebody coming in and be like, well, Trigun and Bebop are terrible because of their older animation quality. I'm like, no, it's like it fit really well, and I really like the animation for Baccano. Now, the sound, once again, comparing it to a 90s anime, Cowboy Bebop, very jazzy.
Yeah, it's got a very good jazz opening. It's not on par with Bebop because nothing will be, but it's got a very nice opening. Guns N' Roses,
not the band, but the song, of course. But one of the most popular openings, and all of their music is really jazzy, except the ending's kind of a soft solo song, and it's really nice too. But most of the music in the show is definitely a jazz feel, but what I would say just like a little par down from that of Cowboy Bebop and Yoko Kanno's work. Now we're going to talk about the dub cast.
There is no sub. Yeah. The sub does not exist.
This falls under the Bebop rule as well. This is one of the best dub casts in anime.
Can you hear a Japanese voice actor doing an Italian mobster doing a Brooklyn impression? And if you can hear that, fine. Then watch the sub and tell us if they did a good job. Otherwise, don't.
Otherwise, come here for quality. Because when you have J. Michael Tatum, Caitlin Glass, and you have people like Todd Haberkorn as Pharaoh, and then, let's see here, we have Misa had a really good voice actor as well.
And Ian Sinclair had a minor role, okay?
He was in here. What we thought was Greg Aries, which he's not, by the way. I think it was McDonald who did Jacuzzi. But everybody hit that New Yorker style to a T, and it was really well done. I don't know if you can picture Todd Haberkorn doing that. Of course, Brenna didn't have to because Brenna was a emotionless doll pretty much in the show, but she's still really good in her work. I love Brenna Valencia. But Todd Haberkorn to me hit the role the best. I could not imagine him doing a New Yorker accent, but my God, he did it. And then even Lad Russo, I didn't check beforehand who did Lad Russo, but he was also really well done. And so, great dub cast, 10 out of 10. Go watch it. It's the best. And you know what? Now, before I go any further, I forgot one character.
You did. I was going to remind you.
I forgot the Rail Tracer.
Rail Tracer, he's coming for you.
Dude, the Rail Tracer is going to get you. And if you haven't watched Baccano, Rail Tracer is even more hard-ass than that Lad Russo guy.
And that Rail Tracer, man, he's some bad shit, man.
Did you ever met a guy who's like, not only will I just find you, kick your ass, and own you, but you know what? You're interesting. I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to marry you. Man, talk about balls. Girl. Yeah, talk about balls of steel. You and your sexy shit. It was Chana, in case you didn't know, but she didn't have a word in it anyway. Anyway, moving on from the characters, the animation, the sound, and the dub. The story overall is about a group of immortals who come together over these time periods linked by this event that occurred on this train, the Flying Pussyfoot, which once again is just...
It has pussy in the name. What else do you want?
I wasn't going to go there. I was like, it had a unique name, and mobsters and shit, and groups and fighting and shit and whatnot, and the Grand Panacea, which they're trying to fight between. Just overall, a really cool story over a variety of little time jumps, which are not hard to follow. Please do not get that assumption. It is a wonderful story with a wonderful drawn-out conclusion. It just one of the best stories in anime, in my opinion.
It's got a nice balance of gore and humor, as well as the story that leads you there.
You have characters that develop over time. You have a great story with a finish and beginning. You have the conflict. You have gore, of course, and you have comedy. You have a little bit of romance touched into it, and just a cast that's not too hard to to keep up with everybody. They're all just a little bit each. You know enough about them to get you by, and that's why I think this is one of the better stories in anime with a great cast of characters. And with that note, I personally here at Bromandy along with Toonshiba, of course. Rate Baccano a 7.5 out of 10 with a enjoyment rating of 10 out of 10. Please go watch Baccano. It's a really good show. And underrated, in my opinion, for most people.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Your enjoyment rating.
I enjoyed it. Some shows you kind of watch and you go, oh, I just want to know how it ends. And Baccano, you're like, I want to see how everybody gets to the end.
And in some shows, you give a number rating.
Well, I mean, if you want to. I'd give it about an 8 or so.
An 8 out of 10, that's fine. 10 out of 10 for me. Go watch it. It's incredibly underrated. One of the better anime I've seen in my time watching anime. But thank you for listening to our anime review. Please check out the other things we've done, such as our top 10 list, Marcus's Character Study Classroom, our other anime reviews, as well as a few of our podcasts, which we do have a line, and another one forthcoming. Be prepared for a epic podcast with me, Marcus, and maybe even Toonshiba if he hangs around. You never know. But that is it from us here at Bromandy. Like our video if you enjoy what we do. Tell us what you like in the comments if you want to see anything else from us. And subscribe to become a member of the Island of Bromandy. This is Crucius signing out. Later, guys.
Don't forget your train ticket.
He gets like one of the only love interests in the show, being Ennis, voiced by the beautiful Brina Papalencia. Oh, shit, Papalencia. We're not dubcast again. Anyway, I said Papalencia. I apologize to everybody listening right now. Papalencia is a combination of a wonderful girl named Brenna Palencia and a piece of garbage named Bryce Pappenbrook. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Bryce, I guess he's okay. I don't really care for his voice acting, though. Anyway, you can delete all this shit out, Josh, if you want to. I'm sorry. Marcus, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. This is a train wreck.
Buddy, you should say that.
I know, because it's on a train! Oh... What is this review?
Yeah, it's kind of like a pussyfoot, man. Yeah, it's just everywhere.
God,
and I don't even know if they know what pussyfoot means. It means to skirt the
Baccano puns are all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out everything we said, and we're gonna go back to Firo and Misa and start this over again. Okay? So cut all that stupid shit out. You can have fun with it if you want. We're gonna go to Firo and Misa. And welcome to the Piss Me Off stream. I'm here with my bros, Schultz and Marcus.
Is it working? It's working.
Shit on this fucking Elgato game capture piece of shit. Fuck you.
This is a piece of shit.
Fuck your update.
This is a piece of shit update.
Do you know what? It was a piece of, like, heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But then, heaven opened up and shit on me because I updated it.
It's heaven opened up to
It's shitting itself over a Wii U virtual download. What the hell? I'm venting my feelings to an audio file.
I can tell.
Look at it! One moment, please. Then it gets there and it's like, oh, I'm not telling you one moment, but it's more than a moment, you piece of shit.
Take a dick and suck it.
Yeah, fuck you, Crucius. Fuck you.
Everybody spin.
Fuck me.
Everybody do that flop.
Here we were trying to do a cool Twitch thing, and they're like, you know what, just fuck it. Twitch is probably just wrecking us. We probably can't stream. Let's just record. And it's like, no.
What did I do?
Give it a second.
And then we got mad and we blamed the Blue Yeti for it. And we're still not sure if it's the Yeti's fault.
It's definitely the Yeti's fault.
It's just a sassy asshole microphone.
Sassy asshole.
But we call him the baby. Maybe that's why. He just doesn't like to be treated like a kid.
Someday you gotta grow up and learn that Twitch streams are a thing.
I'm fucking with everyone's emotions in this fucking field.
Not everybody... So you say, not everybody can have this pop filter for the rest of their lives.
Welfare cheese.
They're ants.
Look at this picture that's not completely full size. What is he doing?
Oh man, that's a special kind of fucked up there.
What the fuck is happening?
What is it doing? By the way, you discussed a topic. Toonshiba texted me earlier. And was like, hey, I have an idea for a podcast.
I don't want to let the song go. Okay, what is this?
Anyway, he was like, we could do an anime version of Shark Tank.
What is Shark Tank?
That show on like ABC where like you have to sell your idea to a panel of people and they'll like support your business. And I was like, how would you do that anime style?
What was the plan?
I don't know. That's my thing. It's like he didn't tell me. He's like, I just think it'd be a good idea. I'm like, Okay. Bring me a hard copy and a 5-paragraph essay on why it would be a good thing. That's what I told him.
You're a Metroid, Samus.
So have you ever wanted to just fuck a doorknob?
Personally?
Want to, had to, needed to, still going to.
Personally,
doing
like-
it when I get home.
I may stick it in at least 12 times a week.
Yeah.
God. Fuck this piece of shit.
Man, you want to revert the update?
Yeah, you could do that.
If you know how to do that, you should do that.
I don't know how to do that.
Dude,
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing you know how to do it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Google it!
I'm pretty sure.
Roxio. Roxio. Yeah, that's what it is.
We don't talk
Just
about
gonna
that
go to
one.
sleep now.
We don't talk about that one. That one was a mistake.
Game capture setup. No, cancel that. Fuck you. Can't. Fuck you.
Welcome to the HD Wizard. That was HD setup Wizard, but whatever.
We got audio. You
God, yeah, just.
Oh, that's how you do it.
I like tickle it, like thinking it's gonna re-download. It's like, no, I'll play. I'll fucking play. How is it doing it? It's not even open. The game capture wasn't even open.
What? It's a wizard.
Right click.
HD wizard.
Right click. Right click the speaker. Open volume mixer. Oh my god.
It's not open.
It's open in the background somewhere.
What the hell?
What the fuck is happening?
It's having its own kind of heart attack. I think I found the issue.
See?
guys. I think we found the issue.
What?
It's having a heart attack.
Yeah. It's not open.
You can't get the processes? How the fuck are you supposed to close processes? What the fuck is this update? Windows 8 is garbage!
Oh, it was the Windows?
No, I'm set up with Windows.
It is playing through the game capture, and the game capture is not open. It is not processing.
New tip. Plug it.
Die!
Was that like?
This is all that audio it's been trying to catch up on from like 30 minutes ago. Okay, now reset your computer.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna keep toying with the emotions of these people.
Before you execute it!
Execute it!
Die! It's like this.
Again.
Die!
This says execute it again.
This red box of hell. Game capture HD is already running.
I like how this is an option.
Please quit the application before you execute it again.
Fucking execute it.
My god, what an
Okay.
exciting One Tree Island.
Execute it, ribbon stuff.
Dude, I don't want to lose this wonderful podcast to fuck you. This sounds fun.
Well, there's a title.
The wonderful podcast to fuck you.
Everyone's rotating in a circle as they control their lives.
I mean, what do we have on this island if we can't play video games and record them?
Video games that we play but without recording. No one wants to. Lucina!
I actually want that.
No, you got to do the whole thing.
The little
with the hat.
Einsteins.
I don't fucking know any of it.
One of the, I
know
just
it's
saw
sideways.
that cool ass picture in the Miiverse where like they had Lucina like biting her lips like, and I was like, hell yeah. Okay.
I know people wear his hat sideways. Because he was a gangster baller G.
Wow, what a fun time. Well,
It's not
anyway,
the only gangster baller, G.
back to the grind. This has been us at Bromandy, fucking with dumbass
Eating a
programs. Yes,
Suck a dick!
sucking a big one.
Fucking
Right in the keyhole.
Oh my god.
Ooh, wrong key.
Anyway,
Whoops, that was
we need. I need to show you that one-liner in like just a few minutes.
Shoving his dick inside of a key.
Dude, I'm gonna pull that up right after this. Endorse another video.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. This has been Crucius, Schultz, and Marcus, and John Cena here at the Island of Bromandy. Thanks for listening to our bullshit. Later, guys.
Bye, man.